Bill Clements is us right now. He's back. It's Bill Clements. He's the runner that we hooked up with before you made your way on out to Boston. Good to see you this morning. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
So I'm fantastic, thank you. So the thing is that you were just going out there and you were just going to be, you streaming your experience. It was your first time going to Boston,
It was
right?
my first time running Boston, and I wanted to record the experience. I wasn't going out there for a personal best. I was going out there just to enjoy the festivities and the excitement and just take it all in and experience it. So I was ready to record it and broadcast it to my friends and all that.
And it really is a spectacular event. I mean, that day in Boston every year is just so cool.
There's nothing else like it in the world. I've run other marathons in San Francisco and Big Sur and Sacramento before, and the amount of runners out there and the spectators are just incredibly supportive. And and it's not just at the marathon, it's around the entire city. People are so supportive. They knew there were runners in town, they were supportive. They're like trying to help you on the subway, get around town, just everybody's super nice over there.
Okay, let's fast forward. You finish the race.
I finished the race.
You get on the train, you go back to your hotel.
Right.
You zipped on through. So you weren't down there when it all happened.
I wasn't down there when it all happened. In fact, I'd gotten to my hotel and I started getting texts from friends asking if I was okay. And I thought they were kind of giving me a hard time because I didn't meet my time that I was shooting for. And so, but then they're like, no, turn on the news. And I was like, okay, I turned on the news. And then it was just kind of like a feeling of shock. Like, I had just gone through that finish line. I had just crossed that finish line, maybe an hour and a half ago. And then that turned into, oh my God, what about my friends that are still out on the course? What happened to them? And what about their family members? Because a lot of my friends on the course were running, but I think the people that were most vulnerable were the family members that were waiting at the finish line for an hour waiting for their loved ones to come in. So it was a period of just confusion and uncertainty and wanting to make sure that everybody was okay.
And we asked you the question, which I thought was interesting when you got here, because they were asking for everyone's video. But when you do the Ustream, it's just live streaming. It doesn't capture anything for the authorities to maybe look at and try to find some.
It doesn't capture to the local device, but it is stored online.
Okay.
So you can go online and watch the video, but so it is there.
It is there if they need to utilize that.
If they need to utilize it, I had the last 45 minutes of the race and the finish line and everything. So.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about you going to the airport. So you're trying to get out of Boston, trying to come home.
Yeah.
You're going through the airport. Well, so are thousands of other people.
Correct.
Was there like a camaraderie between everybody that ran the race?
There was extreme. Yeah. From the time I got on the bus, one of the things in Boston, if you've ever run the marathon in Boston before, is there's a real sense of community. And the first thing you do when you get to Boston is you go to the expo and you buy your finisher's jacket. And so all the runners pretty much had their finisher's jacket. If they didn't have it from this year, they had it from a year prior when they had run. So it was very easy to see the runners at the airport, and it was kind of like, seeing polka dots, it was like blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, So there was a real sense of camaraderie and, community and seeing all the runners. And of course we talked. I sat next to two runners on the plane, and we talked about their experiences and everything. And everybody was just touched and impacted in different ways.
Yeah. What did you all say about the possibility of coming back again next year?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely want to come back. The thing is, these type of things, it's not just with runners, with anybody. These types of things, they don't knock us down. They unify us and cause us to grow stronger. Absolutely. And one of the things I felt, and I'm sure a lot of people feel who are watching, who maybe weren't in Boston but saw it on TV, is just like this overwhelming sense of helplessness. Like, what can I do? And especially in the running community, because it hits a little bit closer to home if you're a runner. And what I tell people is, go out and run. Go out and run. Go out and run 26.2 miles. If you can't run 26.2 miles, go out and run 2.62 miles. Walk 2.62 miles. And when you're doing that, think about the people in Boston. Think about the people that were impacted. Pray for them. Say a little prayer. But I think that's how people could best show their support. It's just go out there.
That's a great idea.
And
good point, Bill.
And it's kind of like a lot of people. I'm not the only one who feels this way. It's if you go on the social media sites and you talk to friends, everybody. If you're a runner and you don't know what to do, go
just
run.
Do that.
That's what you
just do that. Do what you do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're so glad that you're able to make it back safe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Thank you.
And we look forward to doing it again next year.
Absolutely.
Personal best next year?
I'll be for the personal best next year.
All right, there you go.
Thanks, Bill. We appreciate it, man. It is 7:50 here on this Wednesday morning. Our Change for Change drive is in full swing.
Today we're teaming up with Papa